ready up for the Brazilian Grand Prix?
Just gonna
Will
share
we
the link
see a champion?
today.
Is this the final race weekend of the
No, we've
classic
got one
season?
left on the 4th of January, I think.
And then that's it.
Yeah.
So, in theory, Joe needs to outscore Mike by 29 points
Wait,
to virtually
he
seal the
needs
title.
40, not 50. So he should outscore him by,
Is
think,
the points total difference?
yeah, you get 15 for a win in the first race.
So he just needs 14 points. Ooh. Also, we're readying up for qualifying now. The one-shot qualifying.
There is no one for qualifying. It was only for the first race. Gotta tell you that.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
straight away in the race. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. But we got the formation lap, so
Also, we got the formation up indeed of. As the cars are readying up for the formation lap, Paul Kazai goes away with Shadow in behind. We've already got a spinner right here. The Ferrari losing the back end.
and he's
Ooh,
already
Shadow.
standing at the grid.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, Suma's already standing.
People are on the grid after making contact on the formation lap.
What the
Bit of
hell
a
are they
messy,
doing?
pretty dangerous driving. People with interesting strategies, it seems. With backing off. We've got a slow Red Bull at the back, which is Joe.
Shadows
Really slowing down, and
really slowing down.
both Red
Red
Bulls
Bull.
at the back
Yeah.
doing an interesting strategy right here.
They've done that before in, I think it was Belgium. They really waited
Yeah.
for a long time.
Well, it seems to pay out for them because they're both 1 and 2 in the championship.
Yeah. They were a bit lucky in some races, like in Australia where Philippe and the Kusi crashed at the start.
And then after, yeah, who crashed after that then? Can't
Philippe
remember.
in P1 and you. Oh no, it was somebody else that crashed in P1 and 2. It was the Kusi and I think Aryan, but I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Oh no,
Anyway,
it was Alaba and Takusi. Then Felipe crashed in something like lap 3 and you crashed in the same lap.
yeah, I bottled it.
It was not.
Oh well. As we have got Kazai lining up to the grid with many cars already on the grid, having been disqualified from the formation lap.
Jonas
Still
now
have
coming onto the last straight.
Back straight.
Kazai is already
Shadow
waiting
doing
for a long time.
interesting strategy. As we're now lining up to the grid for the start of the Brazilian Grand Prix. With Joe at the back. With everyone lined up now. It's 4 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5
Red
lights. Lights out and away we go. Wow.
And now
Here we
it's lights
go.
out. Here we go.
Kazai with a good start.
McLaren's there.
Oh, damage.
Are some bits flying
There's
away
some
off the
damage.
McLaren
It's
and
no one asked in the lead. Oh,
there's a Ferrari spinning around. A Red Bull
oh,
going through the
Suma's
grass.
out. Suma had a tank slapper and losing
There is
the
a
car.
McLaren
Is
going
in the
through a
barrier.
Red Bull. I don't know who it was, but two
Perfect
McLarens
stuff for no one asked.
ghosting.
Oh,
And
oh, it's a
there's
crash.
McLaren spinning. It's
Philippe
OG
in second
season.
place.
Alaba is out.
Great start from Philippe there, from P5 to
To
P2.
P2. Baki already down to P6, I think. He's lost 1 place. Lewis
Suma
already.
had a great start. but
Lewis and Ozine touching each other, and Lewis nearly spun.
around the outside. Great start from my name is MJ. He's ahead of Joe, and which is great for the championship, of course. He needs to get a move on, really.
And South touches Martin. Martin spins,
Ooh.
nearly spins. What a
My
save!
word, how did he save that?
I don't know.
As we go on to the second lap with no one asked leading the Grand Prix with Kusi in second, Philippe in third,
There
Charlie in
is
fourth.
McLaren going down the inside. No, he is not. At least he isn't going to the pits.
Big shame for Suma. He was in second place before he lost the back end
Now
and went
he's
into the barrier.
P30. Philippe and
Yes.
Kusi next to each other.
OG in the pits already, changing his
They
front
touch
wing.
each other and Philippe spins around.
Ooh.
He had a great start, but now he's down in 13.
Ooh, it's interesting.
The Red Bull comes off the track, nearly touches the other Red Bull.
Oh, down the inside goes my name is MJ.
He's losing
Right now
places.
he's 4 positions ahead of Joe.
And the Red Bull nearly spins,
Oh,
and the
it's a
McLaren
spin.
spins at the back.
And MJ goes into third place. With no one asked.
The Red Bull
having
of
dropped
no
down
one
to
asked
fifth
is
place.
struggling. 6th. Joe still in 7th.
But he's soon about to overtake no one asked, who went from P1 to P6 in 1 lap. It's not Gusi leading with a 2.6 second
Gonna
gap
get him
to
now.
Kazai. And
Gonna
my name's
sort
MJ in a slipstream of his teammate in the Red Bull. Does he go down the inside? No, he doesn't. He's very, very close.
Martin goes
Fucking
past.
P5.
No one asked. South goes past 2.
Oh, it's spinner.
Luis has
got-
spun round.
Lewis in the wall.
That is bad for
Shadow
him.
overtakes him who pitted earlier. Or he didn't. Sorry.
The only car that is not a Red Bull in the top 6. Now on P12. Mike is close to Kazai.
He's
Very
much
close.
touching his gearbox, so close.
He
He's
goes
going
down the
he's going down
inside.
the inside. Ooh!
And
it's
they touch
slight
and he spun him
oh,
around.
touch. As a
Suma gets
penalty
3
for
seconds.
Suma. Ooh, controversy there.
But could
Didn't
that
see
be a
much of-
penalty for Mike? I think so.
Didn't- Could be, but also yeah, he went down the inside. Yeah. It was pretty much
now
the same as Lewis
Jonas
Hamilton.
against Mike. Two
The Gusi.
championship contenders fighting against each other.
Oh, goes down
The
the
red
inside. Ooh.
Waki,
Fucking cutting the chicane. Fucking cutting the chicane.
no penalty for him.
But surely MJ is about to get him. And with Joe lurking in behind. Is he gonna get him now? Oh, he's so close. This is not going well for MJ.
Kazai and Luis in the pits.
Martin for my P12, P13 is now in P6. But also with a bit of damage on the left front. As it's Katakusi pulling away with his race comfortably.
That would make him go up to P6 right now, I think, in the championship.
With Oaken somehow in second place now. I don't know how that has happened, but he's doing well in the Red Bull. And with fucking P3.
Waki has already made 2 places from the start.
Very good start there indeed.
Or at least season with 3 seconds of penalty.
Ooh, the battle for P3 is very close. And then,
Now, Jonas.
oh, fucking with
This
this.
is Mike, and
Oh, it's a bit of
Mike
touch.
spins around.
Oh, and Martin with a
Jonas
penalty.
tries to go past Waki. Could that be for P3 for Jonas? No, he nearly touches him.
Ooh, it's very
Tries to
close.
go around the outside.
outside.
Can you somehow?
This is
Get
good
past
for Oaken, who's
Waki.
pulling away now in the Red Bull. Oh, he's so close. He's got to get a move on if he wants to get the race win, because Dakusi is really pulling away at the front. with Kazai with another penalty. Multiple warnings.
He's in P12 right now.
Oh,
And
fuck,
Bucky!
the back end loss.
He spins
my
and
days,
they
he
touch him.
spins.
He gets 3 seconds
Somehow.
and Jonas up to P3.
With no damage somehow.
Mike now on P6 again.
Pretty impressive say, I must add. How did he not hit the barriers somewhere? He did
They're really
very well
saving
to
their lives
control it back.
out here today.
Yeah,
Seems-
they're...
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, it's now Martin in P4. He's now behind Joe. Maybe got a possibility of take him.
He's the
And
closest
it's-
guy on the grid right now. With Kazai being
Yeah.
close to OG season, but all the other guys are like 2 seconds behind each other.
Yeah, indeed. Shadow still in P7, doing pretty well from his spun at the start and now having a consistent pace and I think slowly catching up to MJ.
Yeah,
The Red
Martin
Bull.
is losing time right now. So,
Joe is slowly starting to catch Oki now. This is very good for Dakusi, who's just controlling in the lead. There's also MJ really catching Suma, who's got right front damage from the start, where he spun into the wall. As he sets a fast lap, he's really pushing. He's trying to catch Joe. Oh, and it's got,
But he gets 3
he's got a
seconds.
penalty. He's pushing. He's maybe pushing too hard. It's not good for his championship.
3 seconds don't really matter that much right now, I think.
He just
Oh,
wants to catch
4
Joe
seconds.
as quickly as possible.
To Shadow.
MJ is about 7 seconds behind Joe.
Joe is
Also got
catching.
another retirement in
Right now.
Kazai. The retirement total is up to 3 now. Also we've got yellow flags. Okin just made a slight mistake, I guess, because he dropped a second in 1 lap.
There was a Red Bull standing, I think. That was. Who was it?
I think it was Okin. Okin lost a second to Dakusi.
It looked like there was a Red Bull standing, but I
As
think it was
MJ is
Kazui.
side by side.
Oh, yeah.
MJ is side by side with
Side.
Suma.
Is he going
He's
to get
gonna
past him?
pretty overtake.
Yes,
He's got another fast
1:10.5.
lap. Oh, it's-
And he goes down the inside and he's
It's up
past
to
Suma.
P5 with Martin not too far ahead as well. With this really good pace for MJ right now. Can he catch Joe? Also got Faki in P8 after his spin from P3. Also there's a race winner from Australia, Souls in 9th place.
He's currently getting no points for that
Souls,
race.
it's P until P8 get all the points.
Yeah. Mike is currently getting 4 points less than Jonas. So
It's not
Jonas,
ideal, but it's also not the end of the world.
so Jonas needs 15 points, I think,
Yeah, infield scoring by 15 points.
in the second race. But the race is not over yet.
Indeed, as
Mike
MJ's
can-
within a second of Martin.
But Jonas is catching up on Oaken.
Both are catching the leaders, the front runners.
Lewis overtook OG season.
Ooh, as
And
Faki
OG
is still not-
season is in the grass. He spins around another time. Did he touch with Luis? I only saw signs that he got past
I
him.
didn't see it, Jeff. I didn't see it.
Switch to Mike.
As Joe's taking another 3/10 out of Oak in this lap.
Think
Really putting the pressure on. And MJ's right behind Martin.
Martin is really struggling.
He's really struggling on traction indeed, like you said.
think Mike is gonna get him now.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be another easy pass, and now the real target is his championship rifle. As OJ's got a speeding penalty, speeding in the pit lane.
Now Mike touches
Oh, it's close,
Martin.
it's very close, so he goes down the inside.
Tries
Well,
push him a bit wide. Martin stays in
holds
front.
on.
Mike gets another 3
MJ.
second penalty. The penalties can
now.
cost him the
Martin
championship.
seems to struggle, but doesn't give up on his position yet so easily.
Tries to go down the inside.
Goes on the inside, it's very close.
Martin
is he gonna go for it?
has
Martin's
to go
going
wide.
wide.
But
It's
he's still
side by
alongside
side,
him.
Still side by side.
Can Martin get his place back? No, he cannot.
Oh, Martin
And
really
he's down
tries
in
his
P5.
best, but MJ up to P4. He's only 5.6 seconds behind with 8 laps to go. Can he catch his championship rifle?
But 8 laps to go. I don't think he will get him.
Either
Because of
Oaken
the
has to hold
penalties.
him up massively. And of course, Joe's got no penalties compared to MJ's 6, I think, now.
He could. Yeah. I think MJ could possibly fall down to...
There goes Joe in the slipstream of Oaken.
Sixth
Does
right
he go
now.
down the inside? He sticks to the position. He's lining up to the pass on the second straight.
Oh,
Oaken's got a penalty for slightly running wide, but he's now really in the slipstream. Oaken goes
can he get
defensive.
past him? 2 Red Bulls.
The 2
right
Red Bulls,
here?
does he go down the inside? Ah, he saves it. I've got
OG
OJ
season.
retiring, the 4th retirement
Tires.
of this series or session. Joe's just saving, he's just thinking like he's got this championship in his head. He wants to secure this championship and don't do stupid things and stuff.
Mike would possibly fall down to P6 right now with his penalties. I don't know how many penalties Zuma got, but
Martin's got some penalties as well, so I think he's currently battling for P5.
yeah. And now
As
Jonas.
Joe goes down the inside. He does have the straight line speed, but outbreaks him into the first corner and has
What?
got him.
Oh, Oaken touches him. And he lost a bit of his front wing.
Oh, indeed, left front wing damage for Oaken. He's still in the slipstream. Joe
Can he
going
come back?
defensive. He's going around the
Around
outside.
the
but of
outside.
course- Oh,
What?
he's doing it! What a move!
No, he hasn't got it
He
done.
isn't.
But they touch.
Side by side, side by side. Got uphill and Oaken's got him back. Great move from Oaken. Asuma's got another penalty.
That means that
Great
Mike
defensive driving.
will probably
and
keep his 4th place right now.
yeah, Mike is really catching up now. The gap is 3.3 seconds.
And the Kuzi is just pulling away. 9
Dakusi is
seconds.
just indeed
ahead of
9
Oaken.
seconds in the lead. Controlling race from Dakusi. He's doing a brilliant drive in the Ferrari. As
Now, Jonas.
his Joe gonna overtake. He's really close now, and sure
Now
he's
he's
gonna,
gonna
get him now.
Yeah.
Before the straight as well. And now Oaken can he come back now? He's in slipstream now. He goes round the outside.
Right. Mike
As
with another
MJ busts
fastest
another
lap.
fast lap. Oaken is around the outside. Can't keep it there, but he's got another
Jonas
straight now.
Tries to pull away now. Can he?
The gap is
away.
pretty big now. It's 6 tenths.
5 seconds. 5 tenths.
Nah, he's got him.
And Mike is... Oh, Oaken
Mike is
runs
also
wide and Mike
2.3
is
seconds behind.
catching up.
He's catching really quickly. He needs to hope that Joe gets
1.9.
penalties. Indeed, the pace is really impressive for MJ.
But look at the fastest laps right now. He is 4 times faster than everybody else on the grid with his fastest lap. 1:10.4. The Kuzi with a 1:10.7. And Jonas with a 1:10.8.
And we've got Oaken with 11.2, so he's really quick right now in this race. MJ. He's only 2.3 seconds behind his championship rifle. This pace is really impressive right now. He's got
only
another fast
Lewis
lap. He's got
got
another fast lap.
3-second penalty. And he's too far away from Vaki to challenge him for the last point spot. Martin with another penalty.
That means surely MJ will get P4, but
yeah,
possibly even P3
P3
with his pace.
Oaken got a lot of penalties too, I think.
Oaken's got some penalties indeed, yeah.
Jonas gets 3 seconds.
Him. Oh, he's got down
and
the
Mike
inside.
goes down the inside.
Oh, he's hit him.
He nearly loses the car.
He quickly wants to get a move and catch Joe in the championship. Oh, Oaken.
Jonas got another 3 seconds now. I think that's his first penalty.
Yellow flags. We've got yellow flags. We've got Zoom. I think it's Martin who had a spin because Suma's only 1.6 seconds behind him now. My word, it's nearly touching him. He's so close.
Another yellow flags in sector 2. I'm gonna watch Mike now, and he goes
up
past
to P3.
Oaken. Oaken tries to come back.
2.5 seconds.
That's really close. Oaken nearly touches him.
Nearly hit him. No,
but he survives.
He's got to get a move on to Joe. So only 3 seconds in between them, and he's got a pace, so he needs to keep pushing for the championship.
It looks
this has
like
to be damage. Oh, no one asked. The pole sitter in P11 struggling to keep it on track. He really needs to take a second out
Shadow
of
with another penalty.
With Shadow in P7 and Faki, of course, back in the session in P8, 15 seconds behind Shadow. And he is in last points paying position. We're back at the front with Kazui, Dakusi, sorry. He's really controlling the race, with him being 9.5 seconds ahead of the next runner, who is Joe, in second place. The championship leader being hunted down by MJ, who's got a couple of penalties, but also his pace is really impressive. Oaken in 4th place, Martin in 5th place, Suma 1 second behind in 6th, Shadow in 7th, Faki in 8th, and Luis 9th, Souls in 10th, and bring up the grid is of course no one asked in 11th.
And Suma is catching on Martin right now.
8 tenths behind indeed. Both got front wing damage.
Both have got penalties.
MJ's only slowly bringing down the gap. The gap's down to 2.5 seconds, but the gap is not enough. He needs to bring it down even more if he wants to overtake him. And he's still pushing to get P3. Aswif got a driver off, Souls with a mistake. Souls just slowly running wide.
Mike is slowly catching up on Jonas. Only 2 seconds now. In 2 laps, I think. It could be possible, but
I don't think it's enough.
Yeah.
Joe is really controlling the gap right now and just needs to stay on track, because he's gaining points on his driver right now. He's like in a pretty much perfect position right now. But the pace of Mike is really impressive.
Yeah.
Can Oaken get a podium possibly still?
Mike now only 1.8 seconds behind Joe.
Indeed,
oh, again,
really coming down.
2 seconds. If Jonas can keep this in between 1.5 and 2 seconds.
To the fast of the last lap. The Kusi started his final lap in the Ferrari. It's going to be the first Ferrari winner if he just keeps on track this lap. Because it's been a Red Bull dominance this season.
4 races, 4 wins
for all the Red Bull runners, but it's going to be an end to that it looks like, with Dacusi in the lead in the Ferrari. But we've still got 2 Red Bulls on the podium with Joe and MJ. It's proper Red Bull dominance with 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th all being Red Bull
still catching up on Martin, but he can't get close enough. He's still 1 second behind him.
Perhaps 8.2 now. Dacusi really just slowing down, make sure he doesn't make any mistakes. Austin's on the final straight now. Surely he can't mess this up. He's in the back straight. Dacusi is going to the line to be the different race winner in Brazil.
First Ferrari that wins this season. Jonas coming home in P2.
2nd place. Well done to Joe, and behind him MJ. Is he getting P? He's got a 3-second penalty, of course.
But he got a penalty
for MJ.
Yeah.
Claimed it. Well, damage limitation there.
P5. He spins around on the final straight. Zuma in P6. Shadow in P7.
And then we're waiting for Faki to come to the line in P8 in the final points paying positions. No one asked, and Saul's being lapped. So they already finished the race. And Luis to be the final run to cross the line on the lead lap. But well done to Dacusi. Really controlled the gap. Went into the lead in the 2nd lap and just controlled it from there. So really dominant drive from the Ferrari driver. As we move on to the podium right now, a Dutch winner in the Ferrari. The top 3 did a really good drive today during the Brazilian Grand Prix. While Dacusi being the standout driver in that list. With the most dominant performance so far in the league, I'd say. Control it from lap 1.
And where did you start? I think you started in P9.
He started way back down, so really impressive drive.
Really did a good job.
He's the only one not to get a penalty. But then, yeah, SP is really strong.
But could there be a penalty coming for Mike for the accident with Kazai? It could be, I think.
I think it's a racing incident, to be honest. Yes, he went down the inside, hit him, but then
look at it.
He continued still, and they hit each other. So I'm not sure.
Lap. Up in 3rd place. Where was that accident? Here, I think it was right there.
I think it's a racing incident, but yeah.
Yeah, it looked like it.
I would just put it down as racing incident.
I'm gonna put it on. If he tries to go down the inside, makes contact with him for the first time. The Kazai loses the back a bit. Then they touch again, and Kazai goes spinning into the wall. Wanna know what they both think about it?
Yeah, it's probably the best, but we see it as a racing incident, right?
Put it on to Italy for the 2nd race.
Move to the Italian Grand Prix.
50%.
How would they love to see a
now
Ferrari
need
win
to
there?
see the finishing order of the first race again.
It was Dacusi in the 1st place,
in P1.
Joe in 2nd, MJ in third. I think fourth was Okin, fifth Martin, sixth was Suma, seventh was Shadow, eighth was Faki, ninth was Louise, and 10th and 11th were Source and OJ
5.
or someone else. I don't know.
Alaba finished last.
Alba not in the points.
Louis. Oh wait, he finished down there. Finished P9, 10, 11. So I think it should be right now. The Kusi, Jonas, Mike, Oaken, Martin, Zuma, Shadow, Vaki, Louis,
Yes,
and
that's
Felipe.
right.
No, who left the session right now? It was
Kasai?
I already left it. And that should be Luis.
Yeah,
think.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, he did leave.
Yeah.
Gonna ask him.
I was just waiting now for... We're just taking a slight break for the drivers as we move on to the Italian Grand Prix.
Just wanna know if... Yeah, Luis is coming back. Gotta invite him real quick.
No, he...
Comment. I think Sai won't race again today. Looked like it. I think he was a bit angry.
It's not... Yeah, but it's
Photo.
not easy to drive in these cars, as
Yeah.
I found out.
Is it supposed to be realistic car performance? You can't change it here. It's always realistic because of the 2003 cars. Would be a bit weird if the Williams would be the same car as the Ferrari
Yeah,
in 2004 or 2010.
indeed.
Yeah, we won't start, Rocky. We'll wait for Luis.
I think the Ferrari will be dominant here, or will be better than the Red Bull. No, start. Luis has to... Okay, you missed.
We're 40 now.
40 now, I
Should
guess.
be
That's it, yeah?
Luis, yeah. Luis
Luis,
up
it
to
is.
P11. And that should be it.
Yeah, I think we're ready to race.
We should be. 50% race. The grid is right.
Yeah, it's gonna be slipstreaming fast.
Luis finished in P9 if I'm right.
Who
Or
did Luis
11.
finish the P9? Yeah, P9.
Wait. Think. Finished. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he did finish in P9.
Yeah, I gotta move him up real quick. Cause. Wait. Tell people not ready up. I gotta change the grid. Mike left. So
Mark left. He's back.
he's back. Yeah, he's
MJ,
back.
so
Yeah, I've changed it. It should be right.
yeah, yes, I guess the driver's already to race
Louis
again
9. Someone else
in
10.
Italy.
Yeah.
Gonna be exciting race. As it looks to be nice and sunny.
Will it be a start like we've had in the first season of the OSRL? With a safety car?
There's could be a chance, yeah. Oh
Turn 1
yeah.
is very...
Turn 1 being of course dangerous corner with most accidents happening there, as it being such a tight apex or tight
Ola
corner,
hoop incoming?
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so an Ola hoop incoming indeed.
I think this was his last
As
league
we're lining up,
race in the league for Ola hoop.
Yeah, yeah, where he squeezed me nearly in the wall.
Yeah.
Or on the grass. And with Lucas being such also doing dangerous behavior.
Oh. Everybody's cutting the first corner.
Are we going to have a repeat on qualifying again? Like qualifying? Or the actual Monster Grand Prix? Or Italian Grand Prix?
Everybody's doing the Hamilton after they touched.
Oh, the Hamilton. As we've got Dacusi and
Martin already standing on the grid. He touched with somebody.
Run down the grid with
and Zuma
Dacusi.
nearly spins
There.
on the formation lap. Jonas going through the grass.
So basically the grid is the same as the race results in Brazil. So we've got Dacusi of course on pole position. With him winning the race in Brazil, and Joe second, MJ in third, Okin fourth, Martin fifth, Zuma sixth, Shadow seventh, Vaki eighth, Louis ninth, and no one asked 10th, Source in 11th, OJ in 12th, Philippe 13th, and Alba rounding up the grid in P14. We've got a Ferrari driver on pole position. Could it be another Ferrari win?
The Red Bulls are slowing down again.
Oh, interesting lines there from Okin. He's actually trying some donuts. Oh my days.
There's the Ferrari nearly standing on the track.
Oh,
There's a guy.
We've got another spinner. We've got another spinner.
It was South. He's driving again.
Souls doing an interesting strategy with the last driver to round up the grid. Everyone being lined up on the grid pretty much, yeah.
Except him. The Kuzi has been waiting for a long time. For a really long time, I think.
Indeed.
His tires are going to be cold.
Very cold indeed. And it's Joe lining up pretty much the last one. So he's gonna be, I think, warmer tires. After lights are on, 2 lights, 3 lights.
5
Wait, it's glitch,
lights.
5 lights. It's 5 lights. And lights out, and we're waiting, and the cars
Lights
are
out
leaving
now.
the grid, and now where we go.
Jonas with a bad start.
Dacusi.
Zuma with a great start behind. He can.
Zuma with a great start indeed.
Yellow flags. Shadow has touched with somebody. It looks like.
Great start from Dacusi. Straight away in the lead.
There's the McLaren going straight over the chicane.
There's cars going straight ahead.
And the McLaren off. Mike has touched with Vaki. Or who was it?
Oh,
looked
MJ
like that
down
was
in P11. That's not great for the championship indeed.
Jonas would win the championship right now if
Joe, what?
it
Yeah,
would
go on.
be like that. He's 17 points up on Mike right now, I think. Lewis is driving slowly.
Sure. If Joe indeed wins this race, he could win a championship possibly.
He needs P2 and Mike has to finish 10th or lower.
Which he's in right now. He's now on P10, but he's right behind Souls.
There's a
He's
yellow
got no
flag.
damage.
And Jonas versus the Kusi.
OJ in P5. OJ into P5 out of Martin,
Jonas
Luis,
now
and
going
Vaki.
down.
Joe is side by side on the straight. Side by side. Oaken right behind as well. That goes down the inside. But Joe is now in the slipstream on the back straight. Is he gonna overtake out of the Tifosi? There he goes. They're so close
Now
to
into
each
turn
other.
1.
Side by side. They're now side by side down the straight.
Will he get him around
Incredible.
the outside?
That
Tries to bring him.
Oh, I forgot Oaken go straight on. He spun. Oh, he spun. Oaken spinning from P3
He
down
comes
to
back
P8
in
now.
P8 and Lewis spun around
and
too.
Spinner Lewis got spun as well. Not sure what happened there, but the
Shadow,
the
Felipe
first
and Alaba in the
Joe's
pits.
still right behind him. 1/10 behind him. He's pretty much touching
Baki
his
goes
gearbox.
past OG
he's got
season.
diff 9.
The McLarens.
There he goes.
Touch. The McLaren's touch and Baki has to go off track.
Brilliant move from Joe there. The
Let's go past
goes
him.
line.
Mike spun around in the gravel.
Oh, Vaki retired.
Baki retired. Mike up to P8. OG season spun.
Oh, it's
And
OG
I
indeed
think
spun.
OG season and Baki touched because both of them did
Dakusi still behind
touch
Joe.
before
He's
after Cova Grande.
oh, there he goes. Down to the final corner. He's about a couple of tenths behind. As well as 4 tenths behind, but the slipstream effect was really overpowered around Monza. Is he gonna have a chance down the inside here? Joe really defending well here. It's another brilliant overtake
South with
from
another
the Red Bull
5-second
driver.
penalty. Goes into the pits. Mike into the pits too.
Oh, Sumo running slightly wide. He was just a couple of seconds behind the drivers, but losing a bit of time. Martin having not the best pace, but still pretty consistent around P4, P5. Will do wonders for his championship.
Cozy still
Because
very
he's still
close
putting the pressure on.
behind Jonas.
Wants, of course, to get a Ferrari home win. Suma's also slowly lurking behind them both, but not matching the pace of the two front runners.
Now Mike down into P10, coming out of the pits. With
Mike
Jonas
really
winning, I think he needs to get into
P8 something,
P6. It
Yeah,
would
he needs to
be.
get either P6, P7 around there. Just slowly pulling away from Dakusi, which is not great for MJ, but MJ does have the pace. We know that he's got it in him. With Joe saying a fastest lap.
123.2, 4 tenths faster than the Kusi.
But he's
Faster.
still behind him. With the slipstream effect being so overpowered, he's still lurking there. Joe can't make a single mistake, because one mistake and Dakusi straight on him. Oaken being 1 second behind Martin.
OG season with another penalty.
In last place. Martin running slightly wide. This might give Oaken the opportunity to overtake on the main straight.
For Ascari.
There's also Dakusi being
Could
half
be.
a second behind. Not taking the slipstream of Joe, interestingly. Maybe doesn't want dirty air affecting him into the last corner.
Could definitely
Really trying to get a
be.
good exit. Joe's really defending him well. Doesn't is taking the slipstream now. Gets fastest lap. Good lap from Dakusi. He's really putting the pressure on Joe. Wants to get a home win, of course. Was braking really late. Joe seems to turn in slightly earlier, and
Luis
Dakusi
with the fastest lap.
A good lap there from another Ferrari
Martin with 3
driver.
seconds.
Shadow
And
as well.
There are yellow flags because of OG season.
Philippe and Sol side by side. Sol's going around the outside of Philippe on the last corner.
What a move!
What a move! But now
OG
can
season
Philippe come back?
retires.
Philippe is in the slipstream. Philippe
Can
is
he get
going
it?
down the inside.
Done
In the McLaren.
into turn 1.
Let's come back. Let's come back.
Yeah.
Who's the last late breakers? It looks to be
Down the inside.
Sol, they're squeezing
And
each
they
other.
touch.
Great racing. How did they go side by side there? Great racing between the two drivers. Oh, it's great.
Over Grande. Can you get a move done into the second
Sol
chicane?
slightly ahead. Sol squeezing him.
Will he
Is
go
Philippe
down the
going
inside?
down the inside? Oh, great defending there from Sol, and he's got the position.
Jonas still not pulling away from Dakusi.
MJ slowly catching up to Shadow, but not posting fastest lap.
Bucky has left the session. Oh yeah, he was
With him,
out
of course, being
already.
out the session. Unlucky from the Red Bull, or the McLaren driver. Sol's really pushing on, trying. He's 25 seconds behind Luis,
Alaba
so it's
has
gonna be difficult.
retired. Now we've only got the top 10 left.
Making it
So
the fourth
everybody-
retirement of the session.
Everybody
Got
that's still
Dakusi.
racing.
Dakusi's really
We got
close.
points.
Dakusi's really close now behind Joe. 3
3
tenths
tenths.
behind the
Behind Jonas.
Joe, really under pressure.
With Alaba standing next to
After
the track.
passing indeed.
And
Oh,
Dakusi
he's made a
spins
mistake.
into
Dakusi
the
made a
wall.
mistake
The
into
Ferrari
wall.
driver added so much. Mike with the fastest lap.
Mike
But
with a
Dakusi
good fast lap.
Now
This
with
means
damage,
Suma,
he's lost his whole front wing.
as he needs a pit now for an entire new front wing. Without promoting Suma up to second, Martin up to P3 and Okin up to P4.
And Suma spins into the wall.
Suma
he's lost
into
the two.
wall.
He could have got P2, but
He
No.
underestimated where Dakusi was going to be, possibly. Shame for the
Kusi running
Ferrari
wide.
driver. Dakusi going into the pits and Martin taking
Suma
second
going
place.
into the pits too. Dakusi gets 5
Okin
seconds. Was speeding in the
out.
pit lane.
Not
Suma
great
into the
there
pits
for the
too.
Ferrari driver. Really ruined the race there for himself.
Now
But
it's the
this
Red Bull
means-
1, 2, 3 again.
Where will they rejoin compared to MJ, who's still in last place, really pushing on, but he's so far behind. But also, there's also 20 laps left to go, so there's still enough chance to come back, but it's going to be really difficult. As both Ferraris come out of the pits in P5 and P6, and MJ is just on the main straight now. This is going to be really difficult for those two. Suma just rejoining ahead of Souls in P6. Joe's got a pretty convincing lead now. Can Dakusi possibly just eat into the lead again? As he's gonna make another mistake.
Dakusi another 3-second penalty.
Yeah, he just messed up going into the... Before that corner, he just messed up. Just went slightly wide, cut the corner and got another penalty. This is not helping Dakusi.
Suma goes into the wall again. Or did he
it's
save it? He
So
lost
no
some
damage.
bits of his front wing, I think. It was the right side of his front wing. And
On the
Philippe
screen doesn't
into
show.
P10. He spun 2, I think. And Suma
Sure.
struggling
Oh,
again.
yeah, Suma,
Nearly
Suma,
spinning
oh
again.
my days. He must have damage, like you said, yeah, indeed. MJ now behind Shadow in the slipstream. I think he's gonna wait for the main straight here. Indeed, waiting for the main straight. They're taking a really nice corner. It's going slightly wide with dirty air effect. That does not help MJ at all here. As Shadow goes completely off track to defend his position. Oh yeah, Suma cutting the first corner immediately. Or entire turn 1. I think Suma's a bit angry behind the wheel, so... Yep, he goes straight on. I think he's got brake failure, guys. Yes, he's got brake failure.
Out of this race too.
Suma retiring from such a promising position as well.
Mike into P7. If he overtakes Shadow now into Lesmo, he goes past him. Felipe gets another 3-second penalty, but Mike goes past Shadow into Lesmo too.
We should remember this gap. Martin is matching Joe pretty much every single lap. The gap is still 6.9 seconds.
Another yellow flag in sector 2, and Felipe has spun around again. He won't be a problem for this race.
MJ up to P7 now, with many drivers making mistakes. This could be the opportunity for MJ. He's right now in P7, which doesn't guarantee the championship for Joe, but it's gonna be really difficult for him now. He's possibly...
Oken nearly spun around. He touched the grabber, but he saved it. Now lost
Luis from being so far back up to P4 now, and also catching Oken. Will we see a Ferrari drive on the podium?
Shadow still not losing too much time against Mac. Now he's lost it.
We had 2 Ferrari drivers on the podium. Now I've got all 3 Red Bull drivers.
Mike goes through the gravel. Felipe can't. Shadow can come back. Not Felipe. My bad.
Really struggling here.
But
he's losing a lot of time.
Shadow spins around and he's out of this race.
Out of the race. That makes it the 6th retirement of the race. With only 8 drivers left.
It's really a killing sector today.
Indeed, indeed.
We've lost a lot of drivers there.
But it doesn't seem to stop Joe Mario in the lead, with him leading 8.5 seconds from Martin.
Kusi with the fastest lap, the 1:22.6. He's now flying again.
Yeah, Luis in 4th, Kusi in 5th, with him indeed bossing a fast lap, like Flo just said. 6th place for Souls, and bringing up the grid is MJ. Oh sorry, Felipe is still in the race in P8. MJ is 8.2 behind Souls, who is also 7 seconds behind Kusi, and he's pulling fast laps in. Could Kusi make it to the end with him pitting early? Oh, he's really pushing hard here, the Ferrari driver. Can he still get on the podium? Oken doing the dummy. Oken trying the dummy. Oken really trying. He's getting really frustrated behind Martin. I can tell him. He's been pretty much behind him the entire race. It's not easy for the Red Bull driver.
If I'm not wrong, I think with this result, Jonas would win the championship. He would be 42 points in front of Mike. Would have 110 points. Mike would have 68.
How many points are still up for grabs?
40.
Yeah? Yeah, so...
Oh no, I didn't count the fastest laps. Oh yeah, let me check that real quick for the first race.
The fast lap doesn't count in this series, or does it?
It does.
It does, okay.
In the first race, Mike...
MJ didn't get it. It was, I think it was... Mike did get a fast lap indeed.
Yeah, he did get it, so...
Yeah, he did get it, so...
He would be 40 points away from him.
Oh,
with
it's
this
exactly
result.
40, yeah, okay.
Yeah. But I think Jonas would win on
Ooh, Joe's
wins.
got a penalty.
Jonas would win on wins because he's now won 3 races, I think. If he wins this one,
they can only tie, so
Jonas would win it.
Yeah, because has MJ won a race this year?
I think he has, but I have to look.
Yeah. So the possibility of MJ winning the championship is going to be really unlikely now.
He has to finish in P6 to keep his hopes alive. But then he has to win both of the other races and hope for Jonas to retire in both of them.
Yeah.
That's
mission impossible, but never say never. As Okin is so close to Martin, and Martin's got a penalty. Martin just
Mike did win a race in Germany in front of Jonas. But I think Jonas has got 2 race wins already.
Yeah, it's Jonas to lose, really.
Gotta look at that.
Can Okin... Oh, Okin go in the pits. Okin in the pits. Okin in the pits. Not speeding as well, so it's really down to the mechanics now. Can he undercut Martin?
Jonas has won 1 race.
Good stop from the Red Bull mechanics. This is really... Martin's got to have his head down now. He's really need to push hard now. Can he rejoin ahead of Okin? With the Kusi putting on a fast lap. Crucially, he's ahead of Okin, crucially being ahead of Dakusi. So that means there's still about 10 seconds between Jonas and Dakusi.
Dakusi on 6th lap, all tires. So I think he has to pit again.
Yeah, I think he has to. Even though the Bridgestone tires this year are pretty durable. Luis is putting in a consistent performance. Can he get a podium for the Ferrari team?
After Ferrari had some bad luck today.
The fastest lap.
With Suma spinning out, the Kusi spinning out.
Joe driving an absolutely brilliant race. And right now, if it stays this way, Joe wins the championship for taking the fastest lap.
He could...
Martin into the pits. Martin
with the fastest lap he would definitely win it. Didn't think of that. He would be at 112 points right now.
Martin is now out of the pits. Let me check where Okin is. Okin is now on the main straight. Okin on the main straight. Martin is still not on full racing speed. Martin is still not on racing speed.
Now coming.
There he is.
Out of the pits.
Okin taking the slipstream. It's not going to be...
And the Kusi coming from behind on Okin.
Yeah.
Will be battle for the podium.
Battle.
3 guys.
Indeed, the battle of the podium. I think, Dakusi got a good run on Okin now. Okin won't be happy about this.
Tries to go around the outside in the Curva Grande.
He's still squeezing him.
And now
he's outbraking him, and a great move for Dakusi.
Down the inside to the second chicane, he goes past him.
This is not what Okin wanted. He tried to go for the undercut, but just did not get the lap together, it seems. And Dakusi's ahead of him. But remember, he still has to pit.
Martin nearly spins the car.
Indeed.
Can save it. Jonas in the pits now.
MJ's catching souls, but not that quickly. So it's Joe's to lose right now. Can he do it on Italian soul in front of the Tifosi?
In the Red Bull.
Indeed. Oh, they're so close. The Kusi.
Okin. They're really close.
Oh, they're side by side. My word, what great racing.
With another 3-second penalty.
Indeed, Philippe with another penalty. They're side by side. They're nearly wheel banging. My word.
Kusi gets past Okin, but now going to turn 1. Who's gonna stay in front? Okin tries to go around the outside.
Around the outside, my word, what overtake!
He somehow gets past the Kusi into P3, But can the Kuzi come back now into the Curva Grande?
This is great racing between the two drivers. They're so
He
close.
tries
They
to
will
go
bang it pretty much every corner.
down the inside.
Down the
Into
inside.
turn 4.
He goes
He
again.
sticks the move.
Oh, he
That's
goes
close,
wide.
and they touch each other.
This contact has been great racing between the two.
Kuzi has got himself
With
some
this,
time now.
Martin's pulling away after, but they're still racing. There's still 6 tenths between them both. I'm enjoying this a lot. Great racing between the Red Bull driver
fun
and
race.
Indeed. Especially Kuzi and Okin putting in a great battle there.
Jonas still pulling away after a pit
Joe
stop.
leading 10 seconds from Martin.
Now gonna take a look how many penalties they've all got. Yeah. Jonas got 1 penalty, Martin got 2 penalties. The Kuzi got a 5-second penalty and a 3-second penalty. Oken got no penalties.
There's now a gap sunk to appear between the two
got
drivers.
A penalty. Mike got 2 5-second penalties, but I think he served 1 after a second pit stop.
Anyway, he's 26 seconds behind or ahead of Source. Right now he's taking the championship battle to the next race, which is?
It should be, let me have a look. Got the calendar right here. It is Canada.
He's taking the championship battle to Canada, but it's going to be difficult for him
to get the points in Canada. I think Jonas has been great in Canada in the first season.
Doesn't help, of course.
And then the last race in Abu Dhabi. Both of them didn't race in Abu Dhabi in the first season. Mike wasn't in the league at that time. Jonas missed the race. So both of them haven't raced there yet.
So that's going to be interesting with these cars. The Kuzi bringing in a fast lap, a great lap at 22.249. Great lap. He's catching Martin. But can he catch the race leader with 10 laps to go?
Mike now in the pits. That would mean right now that Jonas is only 38 points in front of Mike.
Yeah, but I think he's taking penalty. He's taking the penalty now.
Yeah.
5-second penalty. And with him, he wasn't really catching Source as quickly as possible as he needed to.
But yeah. And Source gets.
He's ahead of him. He's already ahead of him. And he's still going on to race speed now. He's going on to race speed now.
P7 for him right now. Gives him 6 points.
Yeah. And with this, the championship goes to Canada because, of course, the Kuzi having the fastest lap.
Yeah. Jonas would have 3 wins with this, but Mike has 1 win. If Mike could win both races in Canada and Abu Dhabi, he would tie in wins with Jonas, both having 3 wins then.
Indeed.
But Jonas would need to retire in both races for Mike to have a chance to get there.
Can Joe really push out another fast lap on the old tires? And escape off. The Kuzi slowly catching Martin.
And
Source out of the session. Source made a mistake, so that
after Ascari
pretty much means the championship will go to Canada.
Mike now on 72 points, Jonas on 110 points.
Joe,
Mike needs to retire and Felipe needs to overtake him.
Indeed,
for the championship to end today. Or Mike would need to get disqualified. That won't happen.
Yeah, look, Mike is now 38 seconds behind Luis, which is the next car ahead of him.
The Kuzi now catching Martin into Ascari.
He's really
only
close
2
now.
tenths.
Martin
on 4 lap old tires. The Kuzi on 11. lap all tires.
He's still putting in some really consistent laps. Oh, he's taking a great line there. These exit, can he overtake him right here on the main straight? Martin goes defensive. Philippe into the pits.
That means that Mike will have some.
Oh, Martin made a mistake. Martin made a mistake.
I think he locked up and then nearly lost back.
Dakusi now around the outside. Martin
around the outside in Curva Grande. Now
switching line.
Around the outside in turn 4.
Martin defending in the position well.
Martin
does he go around the outside? Oh,
lost up, but he
there.
No, now the Dakusi tries to go around the outside in Lesmo 1.
Lesmo 1 indeed.
Can't get past Mike with the fastest lap.
That's a really good thing for Mike. Oaken spun into the wall. Oaken spun.
Did he lose?
He's got front wing damage. Mike is Mike's now just past turn 1. Can he
get to Oaken?
Every points make difference, so
that would be a 34-point lead for Jonas. That would take everything to Canada and Abu Dhabi, and Mike would have a chance.
Indeed.
To win it all.
Exactly. The gap is still 36 or 32 seconds now. Oaken is really struggling with left front wing damage.
Dakusi now on P2. Goes past Martin into turn 1.
Side by side. The Ferrari is slightly quicker down the straight. Indeed, Oaken in the pits.
Now Dakusi against Martin into turn 4. Battled their last lap. Dakusi going down the inside, and Martin cuts the chicane, gets 3 seconds.
I don't think that's a penalty, to be honest. He did really squeeze him onto that
there was no space for him
so
to stay on the track.
But it's just side by side. They went
side by side into around the outside.
Mike has taken Oaken into the pits. Mike is now in 5th place. And Luis being only 4.4 seconds behind Martin. Oh my god, they nearly
Martin nearly touched Dakusi.
I think they touched as well. Flo.
Yeah, that was really close.
But he's still in slipstream. Is he gonna go away
Parabolica
for the main straight? Oh, Dakusi in. Oh, Martin braking. He's waiting for the main straight.
Didn't want to overtake him here. Runs wide in the Parabolica. Going down.
He must get him now.
Onto the start finish line.
In the slipstream. He's 4 tenths behind. Who's gonna overtake?
6 laps to go. Will he get him?
Indeed. This will really help Luis, who's only 3.8 behind him now. Oh, he doesn't go for it. He's just too far behind. They can intercept, losing the back end, and that will pretty much
because the P2
indeed
sometime. He's 1 second behind him now.
Oaken retiring, which means Philippe, who has stayed in the race and being consistent, up to P6.
And that means that the championship will not be decided today.
Indeed.
With Mike in P5.
Mike really pushing now, but he's 35 seconds behind Luis, who doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He's really consistent on track, which makes this racecraft really strong. Really consistent driver. The Goose is gonna have a penalty, so this will really help Martin. Will Luis end up on the podium? Will we see 2 Ferrari drivers? Yeah, I think MJ has put down the... I don't think he's pushing that much anymore. He's just trying to bring back home the car and just solidify and
only 6 drivers now.
Indeed.
Out of 14. More than half the people driving retired. That's crazy.
People having difficulties with the tempo speed. Luis really closing the gap now to Martin.
Mike gets another 3-second penalty, but that does not matter at all. He's 1 minute in front of Felipe. 36 seconds behind Luis. Jonas gets the fastest lap.
Does not help MJ right here. He really needs to push that. Push now.
That means there are 40 points between both of them. Jonas at 112 points now, Mike at 72. That means the championship is still going to Canada, to Montreal. But nothing looks like Mike will have a chance there to win the OSRL 2010 series.
Pretty likely at this point. Can Luis close down the gap to Martin? Let me just check.
It's a yellow flag. In sector 1, Mike has spun.
Mike has spun.
Turn 1.
Not gonna matter really because Philippe being so far back, being a minute behind him.
He's just coming onto Ascari right now. And Mike is just going into sector 2, into lesson 1 now, so he's nearly lapping him.
Indeed, indeed. Okay, M just got a bit.
Could be a battle for P2. Last 3 laps.
Luis has got 3 seconds at the moment, and Martin's got definitely more than 3 seconds. Only being 3-4 seconds between second and fourth place right now. Proves to be an interesting battle for these last laps. But yet again this season is Joe Mario dominating the race, and even putting out a more dominant performance than the Kusic in Brazil's, which I didn't think was going to happen, to be honest.
Yeah. Luis still catching up on Martin, 1.8 seconds. Martin 1.3 behind the Kusi. Kusi has got
Luis really
the oldest tires.
Closing the gap.
His tires are 7 laps older than Martin's and Luis.
Yeah, you can just tell the tires are really going off now of the Kusis.
Yeah.
With them being on like 20 laps now, I think.
Yeah.
With him, of course, crashing after 7 laps, I think.
Should be. Only 9 tenths between the Kusi and Martin right now.
And one mistake and Luis is right behind them as well.
So they're going to fight for P2 now. Luis will get him.
Indeed, indeed.
I think Martin will catch the Kusi on the main straight.
It's possible.
Yeah, only 5 times now. He's really gaining in the middle sector. Now through Ascari. 5 times. Can he get some time?
Joe passing a fast lap.
That's... I don't think Mike will get it now.
Martin is really close now. Martin,
and he's gonna get him the Kusi into the pits.
The Kusi in the pits. The Kusi in the pits.
1 lap to go, and that could mean that he wants to get the fastest lap.
Indeed, indeed.
But he's losing 8 points because of that.
Yeah, I don't know. he's taking the penalty as well. So I don't know why he's doing it, to be honest. But
yeah,
maybe he just wants to have a little bit of fun. He's out of championship contention anyway, so
maybe he just wants to finish.
but he's
There's-
now missing out
Oh
on
no,
the
that was not
podium.
Mike.
Around
was
Monza.
Philippe. In the Ferrari. Would have been
Indeed.
nice for the Tifosi
Exactly.
to have to maybe have two Ferraris on the podium.
Yep, that
But
means
now-
Luis has to crash out Martin.
It could
Which,
happen.
Of course, we won't accept.
Would mean that only 5 drivers finish the race.
It's a little bit like Monaco 1996.
Only 9 tenths now in the last lap.
8 tenths.
Jonas now going into Lesmo 1 for the last time.
Indeed, indeed. It's been another dominant performance from the Red Bull driver. The surfing champions at this rate, with MJ really struggling now in 5th place.
Catching up on Martin.
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
Down into Lesmo 1. He's struggling a bit. He lost the back
he's
end
made
of
a
the car.
mistake.
Yeah,
He's made a mistake.
that's it.
Oh, Martin did a mistake as well. Oh, he's going into 7th gear, interestingly.
Martin has done some mistakes too right now.
But we're gonna watch Joe Mario into the final corner right now. He's gonna win in front of the Tifosi. As a German driver, he's gonna win the Italian Grand Prix. It's another dominant performance from the Red Bull driver.
Now,
well,
Luis
surfing drive again,
won't
and with him
get
being in
Martin.
championship reach. And Martin is gonna stay on for 2nd place. He's slowing
he
down.
nearly lost it.
He's doing an interesting strategy.
That's
Oh, he spun. He's
Luis
lost
gets
it.
P2. Luis gets P2 in front of Martin. Maybe it was because of the penalties, but
Indeed, but still,
Luis
I think he
gets
lost it
P2.
before the straight. Indeed.
no 1-2 for the Red Bull
Red
drivers.
Bull. Congrats on the first podium. I think it's for Luis and in front of Tifosi as well. So, congrats to him.
Kusi.
The Kusi in 4th.
5.
Did he get a fast lap? Did he get the fast lap?
That's the question right now.
Is the Kusi in championship or has he got the fast lap?
Could you invite the podium finishes real quick? Or at least
Okay,
Mike and Jonas. I don't know if Kusi would want to speak. But
The Kusi's not on the podium. It's Martin.
oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot that.
Martin, Luis, and
Oh, Mike wasn't
course,
on the
the
podium.
race
Yeah,
winner,
I
Joe.
really forgot that. But I would want to hear from Jonas and Mike after this race. Because Mike and Jonas now 40 points away from each other for the championship. Did the Kusi get the fast
Indeed.
step? He did not.
He
did not.
So.
By 19 thousandths of a second.
Oh, wow. This other race result, Joe Mario winning the Italian Grand Prix ahead of Luis, Martin rounding out the podium, the Kusi in 4th place, Mike down in 5th place, and Philippe being the last runner to finish in 6th place. The Italian Grand Prix has really taken out a lot of people here. This has been me, Stefan, and next to me my commentator as well. Next to me my co-commentator. Just want to thank him for joining this session.
Yeah, it was fun.
Indeed, it was a great races. We saw some great action between Okin and the Kusi. So next week's going to be or 2 weeks, sorry.
Yeah, 2 weeks next week.
In 2
No
weeks
races.
we'll have more races, more action. We see you guys in the next one.
we'll not only see you then, we'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
they
indeed.
have 2 races. They have
Where
2
I'll
races
be driving again.
Baku. Very
Oh, God.
interesting race.
Oh God.
So, until then, have a good evening, and yeah, see you tomorrow.